This game both tickles and satisfies my brain. I have a bunch of tools and a bunch of pegs on the wall, and I gotta figure out how to line them up extremely satisfyingly. Well, this does make a right angle to start with, so I imagine it could go in the top right corner. Look at that right angle. It's beautiful. And I would have to assume I have to set all these up without overlapping any of them. I have no idea where to begin because it seems like there's a trillion possibilities. It feels like I just need to try a bunch of things, and then I know I'm gonna have to adjust it later. That could maybe work. This could work. I mean, it's got some similar lines. The tall and skinny thing can go by the other vertical drop. That looks like too big a gap, though. This looks okay. I just killed 2 tools with 1 drop. That looks actually pretty good. The hammer's comfortable. What else would be comfortable there? I mean, this looks pretty comfortable. Another wrench. Bigger wrench. Okay, I feel like the wrenches would have to go next to each other. So it would almost look like this, and then there'd be a big wrench. I don't see it. Screwdriver could fit in there. Is there a tiny screwdriver? Oh, there's a tiny pliers. That could fit in there. I think the rules of the game right now are just get everything down and then figure out how to change it later. This thing has a very peculiar shape. I wouldn't be surprised if the location of this reveals so much about the final puzzle. I don't know if that's in. I mean, it looks right? Oh, mini screwdriver definitely goes here. Circle. Oh, something probably goes inside this, huh? Hold on, yeah. It fits and it leaves room for... Do I have something smaller I could put in there? I don't know. Things go inside circles. That's how circles work. But yet this doesn't fit. Do I have anything that would fit in here? Right now the answer is no. See, this goes too low. I don't like that. Okay, I fell off. That's just not right. This could go here, though. This actually fits pretty cleanly. And red wrench. Actually, it looks good there. What if I put it up here? I got another circle inside of it. See, I don't know. Do I really need to do much more? This looks really good. Oh! Oh, I missed this circle. Wait a second. Is that it? Oh! Talk about tool organization. Here we got a bunch of stuff in boxes. And I mean a bunch of stuff. How on earth am I supposed to fit all this in without overlapping? I don't know. But the first step is obviously clearing the boxes. Is this a single shoe and a single ice skate? Are they preparing for multi-terrain walking? The issue with this one is I can't tell if I'm making any progress or not. You put the things in the boxes, and then you go, huh. Like, if you're putting it in boxes, you shouldn't be trying to make it satisfying. You should be trying to make it fit. But maybe that's just the challenge. You know, just put as much in a single box as you can. How much can a single box hold, out of curiosity, huh? Problem solved. Let's move. The poor flowers. They need to be stretched up, apparently, and washed off or something. Probably wash the veins. Yeah, that makes sense. Don't scrub off the flower. Just clean the vase. Many imperfections. Pretty good looking vase. Okay. Chapter 4. I got an entirely broken vase. I see, and you gotta figure out where the little puzzle pieces go. Well, like any good puzzle, you start with the big pieces, I guess. I don't think I've actually solved many puzzles that have different size pieces. I think I would maybe like to. At some point, I'll have to commit to the ones that have nothing to do with the spiral. I'll just have to go on the shape of them alone. Because, I mean, that fits. It's at the top there, huh? That fits. A slim piece here. Got a fat triangle here. Oh, that's the base. For some reason, I thought the square was grabbable. What's going on with this puzzle? What can I even do? Oh. Trim the leaves. Oh, is that all there is to it? But some grew back. Oh. Maybe with only taking off a certain number of leaves, I have to create a symmetry in the plant to locate the non-symmetrical ones. That has to be it. That looks close. This one isn't symmetrical? Ah. All right. Lots of color of leaves. This feels like a multi-solution puzzle. First thing I'd definitely try is just color gradient. Oh, color gradient, how I missed you. That's not right. Like this? There we go. 1 of 3. Nice. Next has to be something with the holes. I would imagine then the holes should almost try to be set up so a leaf looks like it's just one plain color. Maybe you just gotta cover up all the holes without any respect to color. That sounds absurd though. I don't like the idea of that. I'll come back to holes in a little bit, just because I'm a little annoyed by the process. I kind of want to rearrange it by stem size or like the height. I don't know. They're so similar in size, I can't tell the difference between them. It looks like it's a clean slope. I mean, there's a gap here. Yeah, but there's nothing that would fit in the gap. These are all similar, so maybe it's just not a solution. Going back to the holes, what if the holes are supposed to not be covered up, but supposed to match? Kind of like how these leaves are doing right now. I could start with the left side, though. Yeah, start with the left side, start with the no holes. And then what holes are on the right here? Okay, 2 in the bottom right. I need a leaf with matching holes on the bottom left. Like that, actually, yeah. What does this have on the right side? Upper right. Do I need a hole in the upper left? Kind of like that, actually. And what about this leaf? This has holes in the right middle, 2 holes. So I need 2 holes in the left middle. Quiet. Like that. How about this red leaf? Oh, it has 5 holes all over the side. I'm going to be honest, none of these are good candidates. But I did notice this leaf has no holes on the right side. I feel like this would go all the way on the right. So maybe I could come from this direction. Yeah, line up the red and the yellow holes. Well, hey, this green leaf does work well with the red leaf. It doesn't have the 3 holes up top, but it might just be the best I can do. And then it has the holes in the bottom right, so I need this leaf to have bottom left holes. And what's on its right side? I got holes in the middle, which should line up with this leaf. What does this leaf have on the right? It has one at the top right. So you need one on the left. Oh, hey, that lines up. What does this have on the right side? A tiny hole in the top right, which probably lines up with this red leaf really well. What does this have on the left? Hole on the right middle, which would line up really well with this leaf. And these 2 leaves line up. I suppose this could slide in right here, because that's actually a pretty clean hole lineup. So is that. There we go. Yeah, that lines up way better. And for the third one, I doubt it's leaf size. I tried that. Some of them are just too similar. I mean, it could be in order of how bold and visible their veins are. I feel like that's just the color bias. Like the green ones are really bold and visible. Yeah, this red one's pretty bold and visible too. I mean, so is this orange one. This is a bit more visible. This one's pretty invisible. Like that? I don't know. It seems like a stretch. I think it's just variation in leaf. Could it possibly be which leaf is the roundest? Because if you look at just the left side of this one, it's got round and then 1 bump. This one's round with 2 bumps. Maybe there's one with 3? This looks round with 3 bumps. Hold on. Round with 4 bumps? This is subtle. It's hard to tell what the color is. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bumps. This one's 6 bumps. Is this 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This must be 10 bumps. 11 and 12 bumps. The bumps! Let's move to bumpy. That was a tough one. Bunch of shiny rocks. Well, I smell a color gradient. Actually, I'm not so sure about that. I mean, there's a nice range of colors, but it doesn't really become a gradient. I guess, actually, it has a color gradient. It's 1 of 3. The next idea is to just have the edges match. Straight line, although different angles. So I wouldn't put too much stock into it. And then we got a bend here. Straight line. Seems like an edge. I don't know. These lines sort of match up. This sort of matches up. These 2 definitely match up better. These 2 match up well. There's also cracks in the stones. I wonder if those are ever going to line up. This lines up here. Okay, so the cracks do line up. Or not the cracks, the bends in the stones. But I do want to go for the cracks. It's tough to say. It looks like these 2 lines line up. I feel like that may be too much of a stretch. I could count how many sections the lines divide the rock into. Like this has 3 sections. This has 4. This has 5. That has 6, 7, 8. Ah. I like the rule deductions ones. What is this? Bunch of seashells, huh? Clearly, you have to create an eyes and long nose. Guess I gotta set up a symmetry of some sort. You have to like swap the black ones. It just suddenly worked. A lot of pretty leaves. Okay, you can pull the leaves off. Do I have to make symmetry again? They grow back really quick. Maybe I have to be fast? I know that's a leaf that's asymmetrical. This is a leaf that's asymmetrical. So is that one. This one is asymmetrical. This one's asymmetrical. And that's the solution. No! Actually, the plant doesn't look that bad that way. Another freeform sorting puzzle. Although maybe there are some patterns. I mean, there might be a little symmetry. There's two types of certain rocks. I could take the one-of-a-kinds and put them in the middle, like the candy. Like the chocolate bar, like the golf ball, just as edible as the other two. Then I would put like by like. I would put the gold bars there. I would have the rocks that are similar to the candy bar be by it. I would have these rocks be similar to the golf ball. And then just the darker ones on the outside. Hold on. These could be more I have an idea. These are still stripes, so they go in the row with the stripes. These kind of have like little spots on them, little dots, and the eyes are similar to the dots. And the reason for that is because the googly eye and the seed kind of feel like the intersection of these two. Wait, but there's 3 seeds? Okay, well, maybe just the googly eyes go together, the seeds go together. But the seeds are similar to these. Hold on. Oh, so it's 5 columns I should be doing instead of rows. Yeah, so this is a fitting column. I had the idea, I just went by rows instead of columns. Yeah, that looks way better. Huh? Why did I have to shift the seeds within their pockets? 9 rocks. So my first thought is they work in groups of 3 somehow? But I kind of got 4 smooth rocks. As they swap around very satisfyingly. It feels like I have to have the most single-colored rock in the top corner. And then the least single-colored one. Actually does feel like one of those IQ tests where you got to figure out multiple patterns. There's 4 rocks with green. There's 4 rocks with red. 4 rocks with orange. 4 rocks with black. So maybe this is like the center. Is the intersection of all of them. The 4 corners are the individual colors. And then the edges are the intersection of 2 of the colors. So orange and black need to be an intersection. Orange and green is an intersection. Red and orange is an intersection. And then red and black is an intersection. That one's very clever. There's another solution to it. I thought that was a neat puzzle, though. I mean, I guess it could be biggest to smallest. Or the biggest is top left. Then it goes in order of, like, reading a book. I don't think so, because this is how I would imagine the size order would go. And I think it's not doing anything, which is good. There's variance in smoothness of the rocks. Usually when I can't find a pattern, I start moving stuff around, not necessarily to brute force, but just to see if like a different shuffling of the items can help my brain pick up on a different pattern. Like maybe there's some sort of diagonal thing I could do. Well, yeah, what if it's actually the inverse, right? Where the 2 colored ones are in the corners and the colored ones are on the edge. I mean, that could possibly work. Like this. That is it. Aha. It's not brute forcing, it's shuffling. I figure I just gotta make them all fit. Seems like a tough puzzle. Always start with the corner pieces. Although the corner pieces are hard to find, and sometimes puzzle will have more than 4 corner pieces. Like this could be multiple corners. I mean, this could technically be multiple corners too. That being said, I'm not finding a 4th piece that could count as a corner piece. Is that possibly because the 4th corner is just made up of like 2 really sharp points? Almost like this, and then an equivalent? Like this? Possibly. This looks like still be an edge piece. Does this line up? You know what? It does. Feel good about that start now. Feel pretty good about this continuation. See, bottom middle doesn't have anything special yet. But maybe I'll keep going on the top because the left side looks spectacular. This fits in beautifully. This fits in.
Oh, yeah, because this fits in. I'll just have to shuffle around the bottom a little bit. I mean, all these are just lining perfectly into place. Oh, maybe this does go at the bottom here. Okay, maybe I actually did get it right. A gorgeous puzzle piece. And that's the only solution. The average puzzle stinks, but when you have like puzzles with non-traditional puzzle shapes, it can be quite fun. I'm glad this is a digital version of that. Seems like a good spot to wrap up the episode. More digital puzzles coming soon. Hope you all have been enjoying. Here's to see what sort of satisfying contraptions come up next. Catch you all in the next one. Have a wonderful day and peace.